All right, greetings, family. This is Bomani Tamba, and welcome to our Africa for the Africans Africa Tour Schedule conference call for February 16th, 2025. So hopefully everyone is having a beautiful new year, and hopefully everyone is ready to connect to all the various parts of Africa that we have on schedule. So this year we're celebrating 19 years, and if we take it all the way back to March of 2004. That was my first journey to the African continent, to Senegal in April 2005, the second to Egypt. So that's been close to 21 years of my travel experience I'm looking to share with everyone, get everyone acquainted, connected, and then most important, just go through the schedules, make sure everyone is clear on the schedules. We have two upcoming incredible journeys that require visa. I'm going to make sure that we take our time to go through all the visa process for for both countries, Kenya and Ghana, and then do as much as possible to get into the same detail for Tanzania. Yes, I just got back from South Africa 6 days ago, so literally just been on catch-up move. So I've been doing my best to communicate with everyone and getting everyone ready for the Kenya journey, especially, and working on as much as what we can work on for Ghana, which we'll get all done next month. So everyone that's looking to get visas done, I'll be able to have all the time in the next between now and the next 30 days for us to just get together and work out the visas and work on all the complicated things and things that's not clear. So I'd like to start off a conference call with just going through documentation. So once I do the screen sharing, hopefully everyone can see the screen sharing, because most of what I usually go through is on screen sharing, just to make sure everyone just have access to all the documentation and where the details are. And just always encouraging everyone to read and look into information. We do have a lot of information, and that's from the 19 years of this touring. So you keep on working on itineraries, you keep on working on the flow of how things work in the country, working on the logistics, uh, in and out of cities and towns and countries. What I have here is the newsletter that I usually send, and the newsletter usually just have a whole lot of pictures and of mainly just group pictures of all our different journeys, and it shares the schedule of all the tours that we have coming up. So let me switch back over to the website. Once you're on our website, africafortheafricans.org, the main thing I always want to let everyone know is all the schedules are updated, especially if we're traveling within the next 2 to 3 months. I'm always looking things over and just making small edits to make sure everything looks nice and clear. That's me and Winnie Mandela right there, the Mandela House. I'm going to be working on new pictures, but most of the pictures that we have are on Facebook, Instagram, and as time go along, I just put more and more new pictures up, and just pace myself with them and just share as much as we can. But we take ridiculous amount of pictures. So I'm even building a nice Google photo gallery for all of the tours that we have. That individuals traveling with us, you can just always just add photos to the gallery and add your short videos. And all pictures that we take is just we just cover all aspects of this enjoying paradise. So once you scroll down past the music player and also the photo gallery, then what you'll see is just a list of all of the tour schedules that we have. And then when you look to the left to the main menu, you just click on the link of the tour that you're looking to travel to. So I'm going to go through the tour schedule, and then I'm going to go through from Kenya all the way down to Tanzania as far as just opening the page and reviewing the details. All right, so our tour schedule, we just got back from South Africa, January 30th to February 10th. Another incredible journey. I love that itinerary. Uh, Made some upgrades to some of the hotels to put us in a very unique area as far as just us moving around and getting access to this incredible restaurants, and compare this journey to the food to the last journey in Egypt. It was just complete different. I mean, we had some of the best food that we have had in our life, and looking to just continue that energy. That was but then you're in South Africa, and we're in some unique places where you have access to some great restaurants. from great cultural African restaurants to great international restaurant. We just made sure that, we gave everybody an incredible taste of the country. All right, so the tour schedule coming up, we have Kenya Roots and Culture Tour. That's April 4th to the 14th. Then Ghana Roots and Culture Journey, May 24th to June 5th. And then we have a few months off throughout the summertime, and then we'll set it back off a Tanzania Roots and Culture Journey, November 20th to December 1st. And at the beginning of the year, just have another February schedule, just putting it out there, putting the energy out there. We have revamped the Liberia journey and made it this as incredible as you can make it as far as accommodations and flow of moving around. And then the same thing with the Egypt journey for April 1st to the 13th. So those are the active schedules that we have up where you can click on it. You can see the full tour overview, the full tour itinerary, general terms, preparation details, visa information if it's required, and language translation for some of the countries. Future tour scheduled, and these are the proposed schedules. As the question you always get is, when is the next journey to this country? So as far as next one we have in the coming soon is Ghana, May 2026. So just have to work on that this week. Kenya, October 2026, and South Africa, November 2026. So look into this, work on those this week, this month, and then look into this proposed schedules for Ghana, April 2027, and Tanzania, May 2027. And all those things change based on interest and based on whatever the analytics that we put together based on interest. So the biggest interest that we always have is Ghana and Tanzania, and trying to just grow the South Africa and the Kenya along with Egypt journey. And then Liberia is my great wild card. It's a mix of many things, but the itinerary that we put together, based on my experience on the last journey, I've given it this beautiful energy to compare with anything else. And then below that is a link that has been there for a long time, and that's our Black Star Pan-African community in Ghana and Jahadzi, and that is my future vision, future goal of know, building this incredible town, incredible community in an incredible town, and expanding into the town as far as we just build a future where we can live, do business, and connect in Africa. And that serves as a place where, the goal is to build my business enterprise building there, and then run all the business that we do in that location and recruit fresh young talent and fresh new innovation to compete with the future in the world. So that is the big goal, big vision. So whenever you're traveling to Ghana with us, that is part of the Ghana presentation. We go to our Black Star Pan-African community and show you, show you the town, show you the community, the houses that are going up, show you the future, the vision, and then the neighborhood, and also the area which is connected to Winneba. And scrolling down, updated need to know details. This is the link detail for upcoming conference calls, and just try to keep everything consistent as possible as far as the time frame and the time and the dates flow. So far we have done completed 37 groups, and that's from 2006 to 2025. And I'm having this mixed feelings with every picture that I put up here for the last group. I have a bunch of different photos and trying to find the right one, but that's the best one I've found so far. But that was our fresh journey that we just came from, and usually I take a lot of these group photos at historical places, and sometimes it's the same and sometimes it's different. But the background is Hector Peterson Memorial in Soweto. This one of those one of those parts of history that moved the whole world, and that is the memorial. So we have lots of videos on that presentation. As time go along, I'll get them all uploaded. Egypt journey, November 2024. That was just incredible. Our first time in Egypt as far as a tour group, and there we are at one of the most historical places. And Ghana, we're at the Boer Center, July 2024. And in Liberia, J.J. Roberts statue, the first president of Liberia. So yes, and as you scroll down, more historical group photos, and all those group photos and a link with videos and just photos that's online. That's the only thing I could do is just put them out there and just share them because nothing we could do with them just here on this, here on our hard drive. So got lots of documentation to keep on sharing. I'm just getting into the groove of uploading them. But let me go back up to the Kenya journey, and then we'll go through that journey and then take our time and go to the other journeys. So get your questions ready. And so I'm clicking on the Kenya Roots and Culture April 2025 link. And here we have overview, itinerary, general terms, English to Kiswahili language, visa for Kenya Roots and Culture journey. The language, so it's the same language situation when we come to Tanzania. So the links are similar. It's probably the same Kiswahili link. I don't think it's much different, maybe a few things from country to country, but I'll be able to find out more once we just complete our experience. And so the overview just gives you full details as far as what's included and what's not included, and also give you a full overview of all of the locations and places that we're going to go to. So I'm going to click on itinerary, and that would also cover cover those highlights. All right, so we have all of our connection flights getting here to New York, and then we'll take a direct flight on Kenya Airways, part of the Delta Sky team, directly to Nairobi. So that is a 14-hour flight. So it's just like that long 14, 15-hour flight from South Africa to Atlanta. All right, so once we get there in Nairobi, our tour crew will pick us up and then just drop us off at the hotel, and then we'll just be able to just enjoy a relaxing day and get ourselves organized for a nice welcome dinner. So that's one of the schedules that work out where you get there where it's not much on the schedule and you just relax and trying to make them more like that. But some of the schedule that we have, like Ghana, you hit the ground running and then you kind of just pace yourself from there. All right, so the breakdown of this tour is safari one day, city tour, and then we have a roots and culture tour, drum and dancing, historical places. So that's the breakdown for the 3 days we have active for tours. And we work out a 3 day right there at the end when we're about to close out in Nairobi. So for those who want to do final shopping, want to relax, want to get manicures, pedicures, set spa arrangements, those are the flexibility. Beyond that, when I talk about tour days, once we physically just usually leave, which is usually 9 o'clock, you're looking at like a 9 to 5 situation, so you're out all day. So I'm always just warning everyone before you get on the bus, make sure that you're ready for the full day because that's what we do on the full tour days. Literally, in some journeys, we may get in a little earlier, but uh, basically looking at 9 to 5 movements, and in between, we just find a great location where we can take a break and then just enjoy lunch, and that just differs as we move around. And I usually just uh, check on my tour guides to give us the best recommendation, and everything is just based on logistics and what everyone is looking to eat. And if you don't want lunch, that's absolutely fine. And breakfast is provided by the hotel on all of our tours. So just make sure and breakfast is there from, usually just anywhere from 6 to 10. So just get yourself, enjoy your breakfast. And then we have gourmet dinners for all of our schedules to where we're looking at this, whether we're having dinner out or dinner prepared at the hotel. It's usually one or the other. And it just depends on the movement, the locations, and what's set up. And then it may be situations where it's an option where some people may decide to stay at the hotel and dine, and the rest may, make a move with us when we go out. So that's what we end up just working out more so a lot when we were in South Africa. When you have a smaller group, that's also one of the advantage. But then, nevertheless, when you have outside options, that means for those who just want to call it an evening, you just enjoy your dinner options there at the hotel, and those things are simple for me to work out. You just have to just communicate with me and let me know. Yeah, back to Kenya itinerary. So once we are finished in Nairobi, we're gonna get on another flight, and this flight is gonna take you from Nairobi to Mombasa, and we have it set to where we can just enjoy tropical paradise on a beach resort for 3 days. And the only day that we have for touring is this one tour day, and it's this general roots and culture tour. This short tour may end very early, and then you get more time to just relax and enjoy paradise. And then things I like to do is, we take a boat out for a sunset cruise right before dinner, or so while we're there on these different journeys where you're on an island or somewhere tropical, those are options that we talk about and work out. Once we close out in Mombasa, we're gonna take our flight directly from Mombasa to Nairobi and then connect on our direct flight that takes you to JFK. So the itinerary, they all show the flight times and the full movement. That way you can just be clear about it. It's all coordinated in sequences based on experience and based on just taking time to just put together a schedule that will flow and plugging everything in transportation, tours, tour guides, hotels, airline flights, and that's what we do. We specialize in this creating the best itineraries to give you the best experience. And as time go along, we keep on this, use the word at the bottom, itinerary may change slightly for logistics or operation efficiency. And that's what we believe in, this efficiency. Another part of Kenya, the most important part is the visa. You can't get anywhere without the visa. And I wish I could read a lot of these things for verbatim, but it would take up a whole lot of time on our conference calls, especially trying to go through multiple countries. So remember, family, definitely take your time to read through the full details. So this is our Kenya visa process and requirement. So before I click on the link to start,
Bumani, greetings.
greetings,
Bumani.
Teresa. Greetings. How are you? Hopefully you're chiming in with good news that your Kenya visa
Yes, I'm
is
chiming
uploadable.
in with good news. The good news is that the visa, they no longer do it since 2024. So that's gone. But the ETA is actually effective. The total cost is 3177. I applied for it on Wednesday. I got it on Friday. It's for 3 months from the date that you apply for it. So that's the story with Kenya. So we don't need a visa. We just need the ETA, the one that costs $30, but it has a service fee of $1.77. And then they emailed me back the ETA on Friday. So it took like 2 days to get it.
Yeah, I like the word that they use, electronic travel authorization. In most of our minds, it's still like a visa. It's still some kind of access to get to the country. But I remember reading that about them getting rid of the visa, and I was like, we're good. And then I saw that we still have to do the electronic travel authorization. So now that we're clear on that, and the electronic travel authorization, you need your flight itinerary and your hotel accommodations, along with scanned copies of your passport and passport style photos. So these are the list of documentation that's mentioned in the website link details. So perfect. So and I've got with everyone for Kenya. So just waiting to see if anyone had any issues. But you sound very excited, like it was very simple. So that's a great thing.
Yes, it was very smooth. Had no problems with it at all.
Absolutely, and that's the difference between some countries. Some countries are making making a connection simpler, and some working on other options, but until we see, this is one of the best options, Kenya, Tanzania, that's going to East Africa. And based on how simple it is, everyone that's traveling to Ghana is going to be upset about that process. But I've learned to just deal with it over the years, and that's why whenever I make my move to Ghana, I usually get the multiple entry for 5 years because saved me 5 years of dealing with doing all that stuff, which is not bad, especially with my professional help and support to get it done. But let me just go to this link real quick. And there you go. So once you click on the link, you just click on apply now, and then all the documentation that's been sent to you, that's especially if you're traveling me to Kenya, you have, and you just plug them in and fill the details out, and you have the visa. It's supposed to be processed within 1 to 3 days, so it depends on when you process it. So not much to it. Let me click on apply now. Tourist and visitor. Individual application. US, and the main thing is to look to the left, passport information, selfie or photo, contact information, trip information, travel information, custom declaration, required documents, confirm and proceed. So this is you have a few different links out there, and definitely want to make sure everyone that's traveling with us click on this link. That way you can pay the same cost that Teresa paid versus paying, you have options that will charge you more and make it seem like they're doing special services for you. But the main thing to do whenever you're applying for any visa, just apply directly to the embassy website and follow the directions. Don't use any third-party services or link. It's a waste of money. And then if you ever get stuck on any of these visa process for any country you travel with me, usually it's a country I've been there and help a lot of people with a lot of visa process. So that will be no problem. So just always remember you can text, call, or email me. I'm on standby. All right, so let me close this out. All right, so let me click on the next link, which will be the Ghana tour. Let me go to and speaking of Ghana tour, one of the main things that I always want to make sure that I share with everyone, these are the digital books that we have. We create, these are exclusives. You can travel with the richest companies in the entire world, and this is just more personal and more connected. But this is a part of what we put together, a full tour program for those that travel with us. That way, you have a book. Only thing I would just do is encourage more people to read it, or it's one of those things you can always keep as a souvenir book. Lots of pictures, colors, but the most important thing is as your itinerary, your full tour details in it, and also there's all of the lists of all the things that we're going to be doing. So a full tour program. But what I meant to also just add to that is, and I'll just get my screen sharing up. To the left side on the website is say Africa Tour Books. And you have a nice digital version, and you can click on download. Usually for all the groups, usually post the previous books as a PDF, but you can always just have access to it here. You can click on the link here, and it's a full flip book. And those who traveled me to South Africa the year before, yeah, these are beautiful group photos. Sometimes group photos work out perfect, and then sometimes you just add a little edit, a little touch, a little slice and cut, and it works in. But this is us at Hector Peterson Memorial and us in Pilanesberg on our luxury safari. I love this vehicle right here. This perfect vehicle to move around and get shots from all angles, especially when animals are coming from different parts. And this is what I have in my hand. This classic. This is the new Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park presentation, and this is a Black Star or Independence Square. So we use all these significant pictures, energy to create books and keep memories and energy going, and keep that connection to Africa going and building. And as you scroll down some more books, there's Circle Liberia. The next one I'll work on will be unique. It won't have Morocco in there, but All of these are just a very special schedule. So that's your access to that documentation. So just want to make sure that we have everything accessible. And then all the newsletters that are sent out, you click on this link, give you access to it. And if you just want to add yourself to the email list, it gives you option to add yourself to the email list. All right, scrolling down, next journey after Kenya is Ghana. And as far as Ghana, what I'll do with this one, I'll click on actual tour overview. And the same thing, Ghana tour preparation, language translation from Tree to English. Those are all files out there. So I'll go through this and then I'll just go step by step and we'll just go through the visa process. All right, so family leaving for Ghana May 24th and we get there May 25th, which is Africa Day. So our flight leave directly from JFK, New York, and those we have arrangements for connection flights will work out the connection flight to in the full booking to where you can just check your bags from where you are and then just get it in Ghana. And anybody else that want to join us, we can definitely accommodate you. We do right now it's 30 of us, and we do have a few more space. So the best thing I could recommend anyone want to come with us, just let me know so I can add you on. And the only thing that we can offer you is package two, which is the accommodations. And right now it's just a little too late for other things, but last year was a different story. I had 7 people come on the last minute. If you decide you want to come on the last minute, we may not have space for you. So that's one of those things. Just want to give updates on the Ghana journey, since it's one of those journeys that's filled up very fast. And then single supplement for Ghana journeys, $500. Usually we have everyone basically matched up. But if someone just needs to do an upgrade and it's available, that's option. As far as tours included, it's transportation and tours throughout Ghana. So the tour bus picks you up at the airport and then it's going to take you around for 4 nights in Accra, 3 in Cape Coast, Elmina, and 3 in Kumasi, and then make our way back, do a farewell dinner, and then get everyone to the airport so you can connect with your flights. Daily continental breakfast and gourmet dinner. And for gourmet dinner, most of the time we're looking at this, since we have a big group, we'll have dinner preparations at the hotel and then work options here and there to go out somewhere to eat, especially during our welcome dinner. Got a nice location to have our welcome dinner to where we'll plan for us to, everything will be organized ahead of time. So no one has to order when they get there, just be a buffet and it'll just have all the things that everyone say that they're, what they want as far as their diet. 4-star hotel accommodations. I've upgraded hotels to just give you the best feeling and the best accommodations. And now, when we go to Elmina, we're at Coconut Grove, which is an incredible resort on the beach. Trying to make all of the itineraries where we have a nice resort on the beach. So I've been able to work that out. For the most part, with all of the itineraries, especially with Liberia, it's about 3 hotels right there beach, right there on the beach, or I should say two. And so what's included is a business and investment conference. And as far as the business investment conference, once we have our dinner, we have a business conference ready and we have information being presented to us as far as living, doing business, investing. And then we have people that were born in the African diaspora that's shares their experience and we're there to just give you information. And whether you look at some information as positive or negative, it's information. Everyone, have a right to just share their experience in the country, and not everyone is going to share rosy tales with you, and it's not to scare anyone and everything. We only want the best for anyone looking to come into the country to do anything outside of tourism. And even in tourism, you just have to stay focused and enjoy tourism. And sometimes you can't knock people from wanting to sell you dreams and tell you about great business opportunities and all kind of things. But If you're ready to do those things, that's what a business conference is for. So you can have people that we trust, we know, and people who are going to assist and help you and make sure you're clear about what you're getting into. And then someone who knows the country in and out, been going there for 18 years on 24 journeys, you can always reach out to me. The only thing I'll tell you that I'm real about anything I tell people about the country. The only thing I tell people is just don't condemn me on anything that I say to you about what goes on, because if we're gonna do consultation, whether it's paid or free, or we're gonna just have a conversation, you want me to be real with you, and I'm never just gonna be a one-sided person. I believe in the balance of information and making sure you're clear. So to say that I've saved a lot of people's lives from making the worst decisions that they were gonna go make, but um, and some people recheck what I said and things like that when they just really see where I was coming from, they end up just making the right decision. Other than that, business is done completely different in America and Ghana specific. I can't talk about business in other countries outside of just general tourism, which for me is simple. It's hotel, transportation, uh, tour guides, and people who are personally just recruit to just work with us. So that's never been an issue. But that's one set of business that's very established and organized versus the things that you can run into. And trust me, people are gonna try you. I never know what a group of vendors are gonna tell you. I can't keep up with the lies and the things that they tell people. So I just usually just want everyone just you know, just don't take people too personal as far as the things they say, especially when people meet you and tell you that they love you and they want to marry you. And I'm dead serious. Those things are real. But nevertheless, I don't want to spoil everything, all the surprises and everything. I just want everyone to just be knowing that at least I said certain things. All right, entrance and access to all sites and activities. So in Ghana just got I don't know, this it's just like a long list of sites, and people ask me, "Are we really going to see all these sites?" And I was like, "As I check, we really don't miss. We usually just cover 100% of what we have as far as tour sites, and that's the goal." I look back at the South Africa in the South Africa itinerary, and I'm looking and I was like, "We literally just cover 100%." And that's just, you just learn to be more efficient because everything is timing, and that's why everything has time. And not saying that we're gonna just always be steady on time, but because you can make time adjustments, but as long as we just make our way out early and make wise decisions when it comes to lunch, we usually don't have any issues. So that's what me and my tour staff usually just work on. A lot of times we're talking and we're just talking about logistics and just, want to make sure that everyone have accommodations and we just work on things ahead of time as time go along. We try to put as much together 2, 3 months before we even leave. But the perfection of one or two things is, when I talk to everyone and we see what's going on and what movements need to be made. Sometimes you show up to a country, it's a holiday, it's parades, it's certain things going on, and we just make the navigation through it. And so those are a general list of the things that's included. I'll go through the full details of the different highlights. Not included is lunch, group tips of $100 each, which we use to take care of all the people that take care of our full accommodations for us and help us, especially our tour staff and crew that you see different people working with us throughout the time frame. And then anyone wants to give extra tips and so on, all good. As far as camcorder fees, it's never always a situation, but I just learned to just keep that on there, especially when I was just there in Soweto. So it's something I have to work out because there's like three museums that I always want to film in, and it's always a standoff. And in other place I remember is just the French countries I go to. This don't let me record in museums, so. But I'm just one of those people. That's what I like to do. I enjoy recording and sharing information and sharing our experience. And some people may never get a chance to even see what we see and experience. But it's just something I've done as far as back as my first day on the African continent. You pick up the camcorder and you're recording and you're talking and you're just having a good time and you just sharing your experience. So everything is displayed on the YouTube page. Yeah, but in case individuals may have to deal with that, that's a possibility of fees. It's not usually a big deal unless you show up with one of these professional camcorders. Visa for Ghana, $60 for single entry and $100 for multiple entry, and that will go through in full details in a few minutes. And while we're in Accra, we're looking at three different tour dates or tour flow. One day we're gonna go up to the mountains by Avery, so we're gonna go up to Wood Carving Village. We're gonna pass through the University of Ghana. We're gonna take an incredible walk to the Avery Botanical Garden, and we have a school there called Trinity Home Academy or Trinity Home Foundation. And so always recommend for those who just, if you're open to it, this if you can bring school supplies for the children, toys for the boys, black dolls for the girls, things like that. And for those who want to make financial donation from the kindness of your heart, we're always open to that, and that will be done physically there. And you just try to make your move to where we just usually have one or two schools on there where we just do our best to show some love while we're touring around the country. And it's a part of this sharing and presenting a balanced program. Another day, we're gonna go to the African Ancestral Wall. A good friend of mine, Jerry Johnson, a good brother I've known for almost 20 years from here in Atlanta, and he's always been into the Pan-African movement and always been into finding ways how you can share information as far as our ancestors. So he built the wall, and I just literally just remember being there when nothing was there, and I'm usually telling that tale. But it's a great location, and it takes you to an incredible neighborhood, New Ningo, where you have a great presence of African diasporans that live there in that area. So you'll be able to meet some of them also. And the third tour day that we have is the city tour. So let's circle places, Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park, George Padmore Library, WEB's Du Bois Center, Art Center, Independence Square. All those are part of the flow, and then the Business and Investment Conference. Amina, we try to just get you to the slow down a little bit. So I'm always recommend anyone, if you don't want to come on the canopy walk, you can just use it as time to just chill and relax in paradise at Coconut Grove Resort right there on the beautiful beaches of Elmina. Um, and even before we get there, we're going to take you to the Black Star Pan-African community in Jahadzi. It's about an hour and a half away from Accra. And then once we finish there and give you that incredible presentation, then we're looking at about 2 to 3 hour ride to Elmina. And when we're in Elmina, the main thing is we have the naming ceremony there. We go to Cape Coast, Holocaust Dungeon, and Elmina, you'll see it in the distance where the tour guide would talk about it because we're in that neighborhood. But the one that we just have directly for a presentation so we don't burn you out with two is Cape Coast. And then for those who want to do the optional one, they can always swap it for the canopy walk or just not have a conversation with me. We can always work things out. Uh, but our schedule is this not trying to over kill our schedule and want to make sure that we not rush from one location to the next. However, always drive to the different universities. So this will be Winneba University and then Cape Coast University, just like we do in Accra with the of uh, University of Ghana in Legon. And while we're also in the community I talk about, which is basically outside of Winneba. It's called Jahadzi, but it's outside of Winneba. There are a few things that we depends. I do have the Coma Academy there for presentation, so we see how that go, and then also try to work out where we can have the chief meet us, and he usually gives a great presentation of the town that we're living in, and talk about the future. And so that's part of that presentation. But when you're in Elmina, we just only have the canopy walk, the African Holocaust dungeon tour, and naming ceremony. So give you time to just relax and enjoy the resort. And once we get to Kumasi, another time when we just live, we just slow it down. We're looking to just make our way to the University of Ghana. This be the Fort University, driving to, and these are just things you put on the program because you get questions. Do you have universities in Africa? Do you have museums? Do you have this? Do you have that? And some of them very silly questions, but nevertheless, you put it on a tour program and showcase the country. Kumasi is a very special and a lot of incredible, this Adinkra culture, lots of shopping, where you're gonna probably get the best shopping. So don't spend all your shopping money when you're in Accra and Cape Coast, Elmina. And it's a great location where we just kind of tone it down a little bit, where the two tour day schedule is broken up nice and even, and get us back early to where we just can focus and relax on other things, enjoy pool parties and things like that. At So that is the flow of what we have for our Ghana journey. So family, the overview, the itinerary, make sure you read through it for clarity. So I'm gonna move to is go to the visa details and process. So everyone that's traveled with me to Ghana, what I've done is sent you a Ghana email. And that email I've sent you, it has a attachment for a sample copy of my applications, which you could use to copy. And then in the email itself, it gives you two hosts, and the two hosts is going to be the interchangeable hosts that you put on the two different pages when you do the visa application. So it's in there to where for those who just better off just copying and pasting, because you wouldn't be able to copy the information from the PDF attached file that I have, but you'd be able to copy those details because the rest of the details for your application is literally just your personal details. All right, so I'm going to click on the link. All right, so the most important thing when you read in the visa application is just honestly just take your time. You can speed past this and get to the actual process where you start filling the page out. And then I remember once you fill the first page out and you get to page two, it's going to give you application number. So make sure you save it, and also you get an email sent to you. So take that email out of junk mail and just keep up with it, because from there on, you'll be getting similar emails from Ghana in reference to your application and the process, including your shipping. So visa application requirements, original passport. So yes, your real passport. That way, the Ghana embassy can affix the visa stamp in it. So it's not like the other countries that we're talking about, Tanzania and Kenya, where you have to, where you print out your visa form and you bring it with you. This is just physically in your passport. Maybe it's a West Africa thing, because that seems to be in all the countries I go to. That's exactly what they do. And example, Togo, Benin, and Gambia. I'm trying to think of anywhere else. Liberia, the visa, you can get the electronic visa. So you're good on that. In Senegal, we didn't need a visa. All right, so the rest of the process is two passport style photos with white background. It's funny because when you actually have the application, it says one, but yeah, when you actually print out your complete application and you go to sign it, it usually put the requirements of what's needed in the package. So you can follow this for safe being. And usually when you get passport size photos, I usually have to get two at least. And I always recommend everyone, when you get these passport photos, just make sure you save a digital copy, especially if later on you may do Tanzania or Kenya or a country like that where you just need to upload a digital copy. So you do still have to upload a scanned copy of your passport and also the signature page, and upload a passport style photo. Travel itinerary, which would be your flight itinerary. So for those who, if your ticket is clear, you just use your ticket. If not, I'll just get your flight itinerary until your ticket is clear. So either or will work. And this depends on when you're ready to do your visa. Uh, like the visa fees, once you finish the application and you do all the uploads, and some of the uploads you're gonna have to do is things you'll get from me, which is your ticket or your flight itinerary, yeah, invitation letter, and one of my hosts, I have their passport to where they have authorized me to share it with our group members. That's only for the upload, because you can't complete the application without having someone's Ghana passport, one of your hosts, for you to upload it. So that's part of that process, and along with all other things that you have to upload, that will complete that process. But once you complete the actual initial process, then you have to pay for your return envelope, and that's usually a FedEx or UPS, and it's uh, overnight mail. So once you submit your application with your passport, the passport photo, and then you can always print a copy of the receipt for the visa fee, whether it's a single entry or multiple entry, and print a copy of the return envelope, which is also gonna, it's connected to your application details. So all these things are in their system and they'll track. But if you want to just put a receipt, put one in and say pay visa fee online and add receipt. Yeah. But if you don't add it, it's not gonna do anything because all these things are uploaded as a part of the application process. Add a consent letter if below 18 and for employment based, so nothing for employment based. So you print a copy of the application out, you sign it, you put it in there, and you put those documents in there, and you can send it off via regular mail. Send it off via 2-day mail or overnight mail. This depends on the situation. I usually just recommend 2-day mail and save yourself some money. So here's where it talks about the mail-in. So checkout is $29.75 for your return envelope. Before I go into too many things, greetings family. So right there, I was just going over the Ghana visa information since we have a lot of people that's traveling with us to Ghana and Kenya. Those are the last two things I went over. So if anyone have any questions, I need clarity about both visas, let me know. Yes, click on unmute yourself, introduce yourself, and then go ahead with your question.
All right, this is Shamel Hooper, Shamel and Joe. And
Greetings, Sharmela, and greetings, Joe.
yeah, it's nice to meet you. I just have one question for the envelope that we use to return our information. Um, can the two of us use the same envelope or should we have separate?
Yes, for those who are traveling together, you can send off the package in the same envelope. And so what I recommend to do is just you put your individual stuff in one envelope and then you just put it together, put both envelopes in one package and then send it off.
Okay,
And
thank you.
then you should be able to do a family visa process if you choose to do that. You can do visa individually or multiple people. And then in the case of multiple people, you can just use one envelope.
Okay. All right, thank you.
All right, all right.
Yes, Bomani. Quick question. This is Dwayne family. Um, our flight out of JFK, would that be nonstop or we're connecting somewhere on the Ghana trip?
No, it's a nonstop direct flight to Ghana.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
This is Pauline Clark.
Greetings, Pauline.
Hi. So the return envelope, is it using US Post Office or should we use FedEx
You're
or
gonna
UPS?
pay for the return envelope in your Ghana visa application.
Yeah, but what method of mailing do you recommend?
You can use either FedEx or UPS.
Okay.
And then if you want to send out the outgoing mail and say example, priority mail, that's absolutely fine also.
Through the post office?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, thank you.
And so for those who travel to Ghana with me, let me know if you have any questions. It's one of those part where I'd rather just slow down so that way individuals can.
I'm traveling to Ghana. Hello again.
Right.
But I missed the beginning, so I don't know what I should need
For
to add.
example, I sent you the visa details. Did you take your time and read through the details or look through it?
No, because I'm traveling right now.
Okay, no problem. So what I usually recommend everyone do, just use whatever email I sent you dealing with visa, you take your time, read through it, and you have the same information. So right now, what I have up front, family, is This is from Ghana Embassy dc.org/visa.
If anyone is in New York City and we can call the Ghanaian embassy and they allow us to come in to bring our passport to get the visa there, do you recommend that?
If you can figure that out, that's up to you, but I'm going through the only process that I know and the process that they recommend. But you're more than welcome to get on any line or call or check with them or show up there. It's up to you, but this is the process that they recommend for you to go to their website and go to this specific page and follow the details to fill out the application. And then since you're traveling with me, anything that you need, invitation letter, host passport, or any kind of support with completing the application, that's what I do to, uh, I'm available to assist you with it. But the most important thing that I have to tell everyone is that you have to take your time and read through the information, because we can't know what and where to help you, because some people just get the information we get and they complete the application with little to no issue. But not everyone is good at certain technical process or visa process. So that's where we give the support in the email and also on standby. All right, so let me backtrack. We're still on the visa. The last set of people who had questions, last person I remember was Bruce. Bruce, go ahead with your question. I should be able to hear you loud and clear now.
All right. Yeah, so I was asking, what is the best way to carry money or currency?
Yes, so you bring US dollars and then we have a money changer that would change the money into Ghana currency for you.
So you suggest we carry cash?
Yes, I bring cash and then there's not much you may need to use with a debit card unless you go into the ATM machine to get money. But Ghana is more cash and carry in most of your accommodations. Most of everything that you're experiencing on a journey is paid for. So spending money, this depends on what you want to bring, $500-$600, and you can just convert them to Ghana cedis and just use as you make your way around the country.
All right, thank you.
Absolutely.
Greetings, Bamani. What about Kenya? What's the money exchange for Kenya?
It's the same thing. We'll take you to the location to exchange your money, and even better yet, before we leave the airport, we'll just exchange our money there. Exchange them into Kenya shillings.
Thank you.
So you're going to go back to the visa for the Ghana website?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so family, here we are. This is the Ghana Embassy dc.org visa page. So once you're actually on the website, their website, then you just click on visa and then take your time and read through the details. And you just click on visa application. Then you scroll down and click on apply online. And all the details I just passed through, those are details that you have to take your time and read through before you actually click on the next link. So this is the page you're gonna see where you'll be able to click on your visa application. And then you'll also have the how to videos. So use your resources to take your time. And this is something that you have to take your time to do if you want to get it done. Other than that, you're gonna frustrate yourself. And it's just, it'll be self-inflicted wounds. Just take your time. I provided information in the email, which is all the details you need. So once you click on the link, you just fill in out information.
When do you give us the letter or the recommendation?
Excuse me?
You said that a sponsor letter, you generate a sponsor letter for us?
Yes, the things that I'm gonna send once you are ready to complete your visa application is I'll send a simple email I'll just send to those who are always ready. It has a invitation letter and a host passport.
And you'll send that to us once we've complete the online application?
When you're actually actively working on it, communicate with me. It's nothing else I can tell anyone other than once you go through the stuff and you're ready to do it, you reach out to me. I'm available. I'm working on
But
things.
you don't recommend we do it until February 20th. That's the earliest we should begin doing it, right?
Well, if you're doing a 3-month visa application, that means you want to do that, you want to do that 3 months before you travel. So around that time is good. If you're doing a multiple entry, you can start doing the application right now because that multiple entry is good for 5 years. The reason why you're doing the one that's for 3 months, you're just pacing yourself because you don't want to complete a visa application and next thing you know, it expires before you get to the country. So that's the reason why.
So what's the latest that we should do it if we're just doing a 1 month or
Uh,
one entry?
I would say no later than 6 weeks before you travel. So the best thing I could tell everyone is not to put it off too late because that's on you if you do not get a visa and make it to the country. And I can't guarantee that do they'll do visa on arrival like how they do it in Kenya and Tanzania. So that's why I'm going through this in detail and let everyone know. I've sent the email a bunch of times last year and possibly earlier this year. So everyone is continue to flow with me. Once you're on the website, click on your country of residence. For those who are using a passport for a different country, then you just have to go to your consulate website in your country. Example, for those who are looking to travel from Canada, that's usually something if you're traveling from Canada, I usually will send you the information to where you click on it. But this is for everyone that's traveling with a U.S. Passport. So what you do is click on continue, and then this is the list of things that visa application and the full details, fees, refund policy. There's full details of information that you want to read through um, before you process payment methods, processing period. So not as simple as the Kenya link that we showed you earlier, but at the same time too, that is their process. So you have individual visa application, you could do group, you can do family, and then you can also retrieve. Once you start the visa application and you fill out the first page, you're going to get the application number where you then can click on retrieve when you're ready again and then continue the application. So if you are not able to finish it in one shot, that's absolutely fine. Just make sure you have the information for the application to go back in the same way you started. Just like if you started now with individual, you come back to the same link and then go to retrieval. Everybody is with me so far? I want to make sure I didn't lose anyone.
Oh.
Yes, I'm following you, brother.
Yes.
Right. You're going to click on the application link. So once you click on application link, you have 5 pages. The second page is where you'll get or when you finish the first page is when you'll get the application number. And steps 3 and 4 is where I talk about in the email I sent you. It has 2 hosts, and then also I have my attached sample visa application where you can print off and then you can fill in the missing blanks of what you need following this process. Now, when you get to the very end, step 5, that's where you need to do the uploads. Again, I'll provide invitation letter and host passport, flight itinerary or airline ticket. Uh, that will be what you'll get from me for those who are traveling with us in our group booking.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? I'm trying to comprehend.
I mean,
So
I'm
you
just
said,
I'm talking about filling out an application and you're putting in your information. And what I'm saying is that at the end of the application is when you have to do a bunch of uploads. So you're gonna upload a signature page, you're gonna upload your passport data page, you're gonna upload your passport style photo, flight itinerary, host passport, And those are some of the things that's on that list for you to upload. And then once you finish that process, then it'll take you to where you pay for your return envelope, and also you pay for your visa fee with a single or multiple entry. So in a nutshell, that's the process of the visa application. Just take your time with the link, and then follow the things I've talked about in the email and things I've talked about, and everyone should be good. And then I'll be on standby if anyone else have any issues with that.
What's the purpose of the travel, though?
The purpose is tourism. All right, so Greetings family, just want to check to see if anybody have any questions about the visa before I proceed, or any questions about anything dealing with Ghana or Tanzania.
Yeah, the signature page or the signature sample. We have to sign something and then take a picture of it.
I'll give you a few things you can try. So once you open your passport, when you look at your face page, you look above your face page, or what is called your data page, and then you look up, and then you'll see a part where it says signature. So you can literally sign your signature on that portion, and then you can scan that copy at the top as the signature page, or you can probably just have a postcard and write your signature on it and scan it. But they do require a signature. So for me personally, the easiest thing for me was to scan my data page separate, and then scan my signature page separate. So that's how I completed my visa application, and that's what I actually used when I applied for my Ghana visa last spring.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely, you're welcome. All right, so family, any questions, any of the things that we've talked about, or anything in reference to traveling to Ghana or Kenya, which is the two upcoming journeys that we have?
Just not a visa question, but about rooming, roommates, housing. How is that decided on?
Who am I speaking to?
This is Pauline Clark.
Yes, your associates, they gave me a roommate list. And that's how we do it, just based on whoever want to stay in the room with each other.
All right, thank you.
Most people, there's only a few people not traveling with someone else. So I was able to use that list to put together the room list of the three other people that you're traveling with. So as long as you and them are okay with what was submitted, then yeah, that's the most important thing.
Yeah, just wanted to make sure you had it.
Oh yes, absolutely. I sent it out because we're at 30 now. I've been trying to get people to let me know if they're going or not. So I just sent everything out to all of the people that we do the same business with, all the managers, to let them just work on that. And then if there's space available for other people, then they can just work that out. But that's a lot of rooms to ask for a hotel to have. It's 17 rooms. So those of us that are traveling as of now, we're all good. Everyone else, even though they're probably ahead of the cutoff point, but trips filled up when they fill up. Last year, 7 people came in, like literally 4 weeks before we traveled, and I worked it out for them. I don't know if I'll be able to do the same, but I've already got those things going because we're basically full. We have a nice big bus, but we're happy with 30, and that's more than enough work to do. So everybody has been assigned to rooming, and the single individuals have been reached out to, so they gave me their pairing. So it's a little early, but we're ready to roll.
Another quick question, the passport pictures, should they be black and white or color?
I would say when you scan it based on the color that it looks like, so you can just have it as looking just like your passport. So it definitely needs to be in color if it's originally in color. But I've seen people with passports that were black and white. I have no idea how they got it, but maybe a special passport for special people.
Omani.
Yes, go ahead.
This is Gloria. I just wanted to clarify about the flight information, our individual flight information. You said you're going to email that to us.
Yes. So example, if you're ready to do your visa like now and
Mm-hmm.
and the flights are not clear until next month, then I will send you a flight itinerary based on the flight booking.
Okay.
You just reach out to me like a month later, and then the tickets are clear, then I'll send you the tickets. But I have to send everyone either a ticket or a flight itinerary. It just depends on when you're ready to do your visa.
Okay.
So
I
I'm
think we're going to do ours tonight.
Yeah, so I'm literally just throughout like a few weeks as people are ready to go, I'm just helping them immediately, just getting it knocked out between the morning and the afternoon. And
I'll probably do mine March 8th. Is that early enough?
yes, the best thing I can tell everybody just please at least do your visa sometime in March, honestly. It's the best thing to do. Just get it out the way. And that's what I'm trying to do right now. Just trying to let's get all the things that we can just get out the way, and that way we can focus on getting ourselves ready, organized when the journey hits. The best thing to do is just pace yourself. People always ask me how you pace yourself. It's one of those things in your DNA. You just literally just you look at a schedule like this is coming up 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, 9 months, 11 months, and your mind is just triggering every day. And you just like a robot operation, you're just hitting schedule. So and then you see things, you're like, okay, well, we can get this done ahead of time, get done ahead of time, and let's get it out.
The last question I have though is about the immunization card. That yellow card, do we have to mail it to them too? Or how do we prove that we have the yellow fever shot?
So as far as the yellow fever shot, you don't have to mail it or submit it with your passport for to get your visa. However, when you get to the country, it's a good chance, this depends on a gamble, that someone right there at passport control is going to ask you for your passport and then may ask you for a yellow card. And in that case, you just show me a yellow fever card. If you don't have a yellow fever card, just put 10 or $20 on your passport and that should work. I know it's terrible to say that in a recorded call, but I don't know what else to tell anyone because I refuse to let anyone get denied entry into a country for not having a document like that. I mean, I
What
have
do you mean? Just put $10 or $20 on your passport.
hey, you can either give the guy a tip or you can, if you don't have your yellow fever card, they're not gonna let you through. So you can either show them a yellow fever card or show them something else that has power to get you past them. And hopefully everybody understand the game of what I'm talking about. Not,
Money talks.
yeah, so it's
Yes, money talks, especially out there.
yeah, so it's what it is. But so definitely recommend, the only thing I could do is tell everyone I recommend that you all get a yellow fever card, but I can't make anyone get yellow fever card. And this was like I remember having to do calls during COVID-19. It was painful because, then people started like asking you, like, are you saying that I should do this? I was like, I'm not telling you should do anything. I can't tell you what to do as far as vaccination. You can't we can't give people legal advice other than tell them that you have to get the required document to travel. So whether you get it or you do something else, I always tell them, it's all good. We don't have a problem with it. So yeah, so uh, look up the research on what you have to look up to get a yellow fever card. If it gets to where it's weird, crazy, or whatever, or you don't get a chance to get it, then you can use my plan B.
Is that the only shot that we'll need?
Yes, that's the only shot you need. They have done away with everything like COVID-19.
We don't need a tetanus shot or any of that?
No, but those are some of those are some of the things that, if you're traveling, you may want to think about those things. But the worst thing is to come on here and just put up a list of things and say you should do this, you should do this, you should do this, you should do this. We don't have those things. That's yellow fever. But when you talk to your doctor, you and your doctor may have a conversation and say that, this may be recommended since you have never been to this part of the region of the world. and so on. So it's always a good conversation before you travel, especially if you never traveled to a specific region or you're just not consistently traveling there. You may want to consult with a health practitioner or someone who does travel medicine. No, now the incentive for them is, the more shot they give you, the more money they make. So I don't really know how those things may go, but talk to somebody who just can give you advice, because what I'm sharing on here is usually just my best advice for everyone.
Omani,
Yes, Doreen.
is the Tanzania trip full? Are you taking more people for that?
Yes, we do have a few more space on that one.
Okay.
That is filling up. And talking about Tanzania, I'm gonna I'm gonna do the screen sharing for that journey so we can just go over that journey. And that's why I'm just making sure, family, that just answering questions for those who are traveling with us to Kenya and Ghana, because I want to get with talking about our Tanzania journey.
Bomani.
Yes. Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Hi, this is Kathleen. I think I sent a little chat message. Do we need to do malaria? Do we have to
Yellow
get a
fever.
malaria vaccine?
Yellow fever is what deals with malaria. So one other option that is out there is malaria pills. So sometimes when people travel, they, even though they have the yellow fever card, they may just they may get some malaria pills to cover their travel. Now, I
Okay.
don't know about malaria pills because I've never tried them or used them, but I've seen people, doing it, and it's a certain process that they have to follow.
Mm, okay.
So yeah, so definitely, hopefully, and that's and as far as the yellow fever, it's mainly East West Africa, but I just remember distinctly being asked for one in Ghana, in the Gambia, and possibly a few countries, but all of them are related to West Africa. So usually I recommend, if you're traveling to West Africa, you just get it because you may have to go from one country to the next and it's required. And then once you get it, it's good for a lifetime. The new ones that they're giving out. And before it was good for 10 years.
You're talking about the yellow fever
Yes,
immunization.
the yellow
Is that
fever.
for Tanzania as well?
I don't remember being asked for one for Tanzania, but recommended
Okay.
for, honestly, East and West Africa. The
Okay.
it was a little vicious there in Dar es Salaam, especially by the ocean. And then, just in general, this is something that mosquitoes are everywhere. I would recommend you get yellow fever for if you're living here in Georgia. It's one of those.
Okay.
That's a family. The next wonderful journey that we have on our itinerary, and hopefully, and if while we're going through this, if those are traveling to Kenya and also to Ghana with us, if you have questions, Uh, when we open things back up, you can definitely ask them. Just wanted to just focus on these three countries that we have for the rest of the year after finishing this, or finishing with a good start in South Africa, and make our way around other parts of the continent. So here we are now in the other part of East Africa, neighboring Kenya, Tanzania, and this is literally my second best and favorite itinerary, and everything's going to be a favorite itinerary. You do it so many times. This is our fifth time going to Kenya. We did a fifth time going to Tanzania. We did this Tanzania journey November 2020, right in the heart of COVID-19. That was like literally the first country, and it was just one of those things where you have people who wanted to go somewhere, and I couldn't find any other country other than Tanzania, and wasn't really trying to go to Egypt. But Tanzania was open, and it just worked out perfect. And when we were there, I didn't even know that anything going on was COVID-19 because we're on a beach with hundreds of people and having beach parties. That's because the hotel was having a beach party and we had automatic tickets from being in the hotel. So it's it opened my eyes up to this and felt very free in the country and then started just exploring more of the country. But and I really enjoy and other group members enjoy this the breakdown of what we end up just working out because just end up just putting initial research into it and then connecting with tour operators there. So what we have is 4 nights in in Arusha actually. So it's a sequence. I'm just bear with me to explain. So we're gonna fly in from Amsterdam. So all your connection flights will make it to Amsterdam, and we'll all get to Amsterdam one way or another. And once we're in Amsterdam, we're flying to Kilimanjaro Airport. And from Kilimanjaro Airport, we're gonna take a 1 hour drive to Arusha, and that's gonna be in the nighttime, unfortunately. I wish I can do something about the flight schedule. But we end up getting there late at night, mainly for this checking in and just getting ourselves set up and ready. And that flight is going to be on KLM Airlines, and we're looking to stay at my favorite place in Arusha. Just going there 4 times before. What I did was I was just trying different unique hotels and logistics movement as we do when we travel for the first few times. It is spend a lot of time just doing active research and then getting a feel. So Kibo Palace, after the first time I went and I saw Kibo Palace, I was like, this is the place where we need to stay, and just went there and checked it out. And so looking to just get it back on the schedule to where when we looked at what was the best hotel for the movement, this ended up working out. So the hotel has been upgraded to Kibo Palace. Arusha Planet Lodge is incredible. And but for the upgrade, this works out better. It's closer in the city and great for movements and especially if you're looking to do incredible nightlife in Arusha. While we're in Arusha, it's broken down into, you can look at it as 2 tour days. So the Sunday we arrange it to where Sunday we go to the national park. But I try to arrange all national parks on itineraries for Sundays. Anything to do with you just leaving far out from the city. So you're looking we're changing it from Arusha National Park, which is an hour away, to Ngorongoro Conservation Area, which is further out. But I feel like you'll be able to just get a nice, and this is my first time also going out. Arusha National Park is fine, but we'll be able to show you a lot more, and it's worth the 2 hour drive. I learned that in South Africa when we just had to drive 2 hours. It's just sometimes worth it to drive a little bit more to get the better park where you have a better presentation. So that's all the experience. And then before that, that's the day I was talking about. It's the day where we go to two incredible museums. This is a tour of museums. You have two in Arusha and two in Dar es Salaam. So the Arusha Declaration Museum focus primarily on independence. It's some incredible independent documentation, especially if you're familiar with Tanzania history. From German colony to British colony. Very interesting, unique. History as far as the museum, a lot of documentation in reference to the current the modern day independence government and their fight for independence. And then you have the Natural Museum. So Natural Museum is always great to just check out, especially before you go to the safari, because you see this replicas of animals. And then this complex that we're in, and this is just right, not even too far from our hotel, but it's just in the direct area. We just we're just walking from one location to the next, and then just enjoying both museums back to back. And then we break for lunch, and then we take you to the Maasai Arts and Crafts Center, which I try to make sure we just organize enough time because you have an incredible market where you have to go hunt people down, to get everyone to leave. But so you just try to create this as much basically for the rest of the day we have time. And then as far as the school supplies, we usually just probably work that on another day. So that's something that I'll just adjust around, especially as I just look back over this Tanzania itinerary. And so those are the first two tour day. And on Monday, we have what we call a Tanzanite experience. So take you to the place where they have precious, gems. So for those who want to buy expensive gems, it's fine, but it's really a presentation that's, like a gem museum. And then from there on, we go to the Arusha Cultural Center, which is an incredible place of some expensive, this expensive arts and craft, this beyond, beyond what I've ever seen anywhere else. So that's an incredible location just to just enjoy lunch and also just enjoy a good feel, relaxed feel, but then also just, and then we can also just make it to where we just do the school supplies on this day. So I think I just had the details on both schedules, but those are the 3 days that we have for touring in Tanzania. So no in between break if you feel like you need some time to relax on a Monday, just take the time off. But so we have it to where everything is clear, so you just know what you're getting into, so you can plan ahead. But once again, once we leave out in the morning, we're looking at this kind of a 9 to 5 day out where we make the best of it and and break in between for lunch to relax. Day 6, Tuesday, we're looking at Arusha to Zanzibar Island. So our flight will leave from Arusha and take you directly to Zanzibar Island. And once we get to Zanzibar Island, we're going to drive about 1 hour and 15 minutes up to the northwest, almost furthest point to Kenwa Beach. So the hotel is Kenwa Sunset. This is a beautiful location to enjoy paradise. And when we're in Zanzibar Island, incredible seafood, and we have one day that we go out for a tour, and we just knock out the touring in that one day, and then we have the next day is a free day, and we have also this incredible sunset cruise where we just go out and you just get your drinks, you just enjoy the natural music that the drummers are gonna play, and you just sail in, and it's a beautiful this beautiful scenery to relax. So trying to just incorporate more of these energies as I talked about earlier on the Kenya itinerary. And this is what set it off for me when I went to Zanzibar Island in November 2020. And then we did that, full moon party, which is just, you just never forget. It's just so much, this incredible energy. And then the beach is just clear water and clear sand, and it's one of the most incredible scenery you see in Africa. So that's what you get from Tanzania and Kenya. It just has this incredible tropical look on their East Indian island, East Indian water island. Now, when we go to Dar es Salaam, we're gonna be making our way over on a luxury ferry boat. So it's a fair boat where the seats look better there on the boat than on the plane, and you're looking at about over an hour ride to Dar es Salaam. So lots of movements as far as different ways to traveling. And once you're in Dar es Salaam, we have 2 days Dar es Salaam. One tour day, we're gonna basically just spend our time the first half of the day at the National Museum, and then the second half of the day at the Village Museum, and then lunch in between, and then 1 or 2 other locations. And then we're going to be flying out from the Dar es Salaam airport. So you fly into to Kilimanjaro, drive to Arusha, then from Arusha you fly to Zanzibar Island and drive up to Kenwa, and on a return you're on a ferry boat back to Dar es Salaam. And then from Dar es Salaam, you leave from that airport. So you'll be able to just experience 4 different airports there in Tanzania. So it's one of those incredible movements, and we have this touched up that movement, but it's it gives you a real nice experience because you first start out in the mountains in the country, then you're on the tropical island, and then you're in the incredible Boston city, which is this one of the gems of Africa. Dar es Salaam and Nairobi, 2 beautiful African cities. And just add them in there with with Johannesburg and Cape Town, and just beautiful cities to show our group members. So that is the overview. And the next thing for the Tanzania journey. So that is some Marcus Garvey energy right there. The next thing I'm going to go to is the visa information for Tanzania. And you see the English to Kiswahili language translation, improve your immune system, and departure reminder list. So all of the tour links have the same flow of details. And all of the information is important. So I usually recommend before anyone even make any commitments, is this take their time and just read through the information and everything. But it's up to individuals whether you read through information or not. These are the details that we just end up just going over. So if something is not clear, definitely let us know. But they're there to read through and review. And if you see anything that's not clear or need to be fixed or anything, you can just always just send me a message. So visa information for Tanzania. All right, and I'm gonna definitely we have some months before we travel, but definitely look over this and make sure everything looks good. But the information that you're gonna need to basically copy and paste in your visa application is where it says visa travel information. And then beyond that, these are the links where you literally start your application. See if the other one works a little better. All right, so like some kind of something going on there.
The black race is one of the branches of the human race as a section of you.
All right. I don't know what's up with that link. Let me see if I can just copy and paste it. That's the only thing I just want everyone about. I do remember having, one or two issues sometimes. The site is tripping and sometimes it's not. All right, so hopefully everyone can see the Tanzania e-immigration online portal. So visa, resident permit, passports. And so for us, visa application. The site very familiar. So we click on new application, and just like the Ghana application, you can always go back in and click on continue application. You just have to make sure that you have your application information. And this is complete, just like Kenya, complete electronic visa application. You don't have to mail anything in. And I feel bad of sharing that information along with sharing the Ghana information. It's just that's the way the people in the embassy in Ghana, that's what they feel like you have to fill out. But this East Africa is just more laid back environment. So it's just what we work with. And then you go to South Africa and you go to Senegal and there's no visa. So, you work the situation. It's always one of those debates, why this is so, why this and why that. Why do I need visa for this country? Why don't I need visa for that country? And it's bunch of different countries that represent a so-called African Union. That's not really a union. That's the only explanation I ever have. But I just work with whatever individual countries have. So new application, click on link, and then just work your process from there. And you're just basically filling out details that you personally have, and any detail that you physically need is in that physical email that you have. And then any required information, tickets and so on that you need, or any written documents for any visa process. Those are the things that I'm responsible to get you. And one thing about myself, when you're ready to do these process, my goal is never to hold anyone up. So I usually get what you need immediately, if it's not done ahead of time already. So once you put the details in, you start your application. And it's the same thing too. Once you come back to retrieve your application, you have to put back the similar information and have to all match up. So all of this visa process, and all these different visas have their complete different process. And so the thing that's tricky is for your passport style photo and your passport signature page, you may have to, when you scan it, you may have to also edit it and reduce the size. And it's one of those things, honestly, when you get to this point, if you have any trouble and you're stuck, I've had to remote connect to people computer. I've also have individuals send me the actual file and I edit it for them, or sometimes I even walk someone through it. Whatever we have to do, my goal is to help you get it done. A lot of these things, if you're traveling for the first time, you see a lot of this stuff, um, it may throw you off, but that's a part of, what we do. We help everyone with passports, visas, and whatever you need to travel. Yeah, got your back. So family, so that is the information for the visa process for, and also the overview for Ghana, Kenya, and Tanzania, which is the three countries that we're looking to travel to this year. The next set of countries I'm very excited about, and my goal is to just get things. I've been on a roll since I've been back from South Africa. You're just always just motivated. I've gotten a lot done already, and just looking to get a lot more done, and just get things done ahead of time. That way I can work on some new schedules, especially for the people who are going to miss Kenya, unfortunately, and for the people who have missed South Africa with us. I know more people wanted to come, but we just roll with whoever is ready. So those will be some fresh options. And for those who are open to traveling to some different countries outside of the ones that they've traveled to. So family, the line is open, and before we close, I'm open to answering as many questions or going through anything that anyone need clarity of or want to go through.
Question, please. This is Rose. I am thinking about Tanzania. So I have never been to Africa. So please forgive me if I ask a question that some might be consider inappropriate. I'm just trying to get information.
No problem.
So first, can you bring nuts, cashews to the country with you?
Yes, absolutely. And
Okay.
anything that you may think that you have an issue with bringing, the best thing to do is put in your check bag.
Okay. And what kind of clothing to bring and wear? So temperatures. This is Tanzania.
Yes, on the daytime, as far as you're moving along with tours, it's just as comfortable as you want in a tropical environment that's about 80 degrees. And then when we go out to dinner at nighttime, you can wear something more casual. And beyond that, it's just comfort wear. So that's why I like to show a lot of the photos and that we to show what people are wearing. And most people they, they're wearing their normal comfort wear, comfortable shoes or sneakers, shorts, for ladies, skirts, dress, pants, and just and then if it gets a little chilly in certain countries, I just usually recommend everyone bring, one or two sweaters, especially for the flight. But also if you get into one of those chilly days.
Okay. And telephone use. Can you use your telephone in the countries where we are? Anything about the cost? So this would be to use it in the country, not necessarily calling back to the United States.
Yes, I use my phone all the time, and what I do is just purchase my international package from my carrier. So that's what I usually recommend to everyone. Just reach out to your phone carrier and get whatever international package. That way you can have access to your own internet, your text message and phone calls. And the phone works similar to where you're in America, except you do miss some calls because of roaming and network connection.
Okay. And then what items can be brought back to the United States?
I want to see anything other than something live.
So no live
Yeah,
items.
so no food, no pets.
Okay, food.
No plants.
Things like that, no food, no pets, no plants. I mean, you can bring what you want to bring back. It's just you just gotta watch out for that pesky dog when you're out there claiming your bag. They always have to around your bag, and then next thing they find those are the things I usually see when I be over there, scoping out. Those are the things that they usually find in those bags. So
Okay.
that they train the dog to pick up certain smell, and they find folks' bags. So mine is just filled with clothes.
Okay.
And then naturally you can bring artifacts and things like that back.
Okay. Oh, and then how much luggage do you recommend?
Perhaps wrong person, but yes, your limitation is 2 50-pound check bags. So, but in general, what I recommend individuals just carry one bag. And if you're a very just given person and you want to get rid of school supplies and you want to get rid of things that you can bring for children, I recommend just use the other bag to pack that with it. And then, we can always use it when we take you to a school or orphanage. The children and the staff will be very thankful. And then now you have that bag completely empty. Now you can just get your shopping on and win the shopping contest and fill that bag up with all of the things that you buy in the country.
Okay. And then what kind of aircraft will be used when we're going from place to place in Africa or in Tanzania area?
Yes, you're looking at an ATR 72, which is a 60-seat propeller aircraft. And it's a 1 hour flight. And it's on Precision Air, Tanzania World Airlines. Tanzania's second airlines outside of Air Tanzania. So
Okay.
we have flown on it the last few years, and a nice simple flight.
Okay. That's all I have for now. Thank you.
Absolutely. So do I have your number so we can talk later?
No, you don't. How can I get that to you?
You can always my information I've been on the website. You can always text me you can also text me from the flyers or anything that you see. And
Oh,
I'll read my number off if you wanna make a note of it and let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Yes, it, it is 404 931 9429.
404-931-9429.
Yes, here in the state of Georgia.
Thank you.
And then just text me your details, your full name, email address, and this and information that you need clarity of, and then I'll just send those emails out to you and talk with you.
Mr.
All right.
Bomani, let her
Yes.
know that the shopping there is very good also. I'm one of the shopping queens.
Yes, Kuvi, your lifetime member. Greetings, Kuvi. Anything you want to share?
Every trip is fantastic. You know, I keep going, I keep coming.
Yes, and the
I
best.
enjoy myself if no one else does.
Can you share about average cost for outfits or anything like that?
Unfortunately, no, I can't. But
Just get your, yeah,
Kuvi,
get your bargaining skills together. Many places you can bargain. So if you got a gift for Gab, you will have no problem.
Okay.
Because I don't.
yeah, but
And I clean up every time, he'll tell you.
appreciate your cool. Appreciate it. I mean, go ahead and share anything else you want to share as we get ready to close. So I just want to make sure we share our final thoughts and see if anyone else have any questions. And just want to make sure that we have went through more than enough. And then naturally, I'll be on standby this week for individuals who want to talk with me, want me to go over anything. And right now is a good time for us to get these journeys closed as we have 2 months from now, 3 months from now. So this.
For this,
Well,
this
My
is Doreen.
question,
Go
For
ahead.
for Tanzania, I have a grandchild, 2 years old. Is that okay, or is that too young?
yeah, that's too young.
That's fine. I've been taking my son to travel with us from when he was from 2 to 14.
Okay.
So, but that's just me.
Okay.
That's too young.
question, what's the weather in Ghana, in May?
The weather is it's right before the rainy season, but the weather is still like 80 degrees. And you rather May than July. July we didn't get a chance to even swim in the beautiful ocean. We kept on looking at of a hotel villa at. So so I've always liked the May schedule. It's
Yeah, we went in February before it was very hot.
Oh yeah, so you're gonna get a little, you're gonna get a little nice, cool breeze. Yeah, February is the hot part, but yeah, Ghana May is nice and cool, and also hot enough to where you can just enjoy the day if you want to go out to the water.
Okay.
And
What do you think of Kubi? You've
you
been
know
to
me, I've been mostly all the times, and I love the hot weather. So
Ghana?
July, I've been there in July, I've been there in August. It's like Egypt. I've been there July, August, but
Mm.
I've been there other times too. So it's wonderful for me.
Yeah, we
Hi,
just all
Kobe.
yeah,
Right, who is this?
Mr.
Who are you?
With me?
Oh,
Who's
hey.
someone? Yeah.
So
I'm
will
looking for you again.
Yeah.
And again and again.
Yeah, I hope to come again.
so will there be anywhere to wash your clothes?
Yes,
Yeah.
the
Mhm.
staff there at the hotel, you can give them your clothes. Just give them at least, if you drop it off in the morning, just give them time to get it back to you in the evening. So you just want to make sure you have a good day to give it to them to get it back. And this that depends on which hotel also, but usually they can get it done for you by the time we come back from our tour.
Thank you.
Well, you'll just get ready for the lifetime.
Yes, so family, what an incredible schedule. Kenya, Ghana, Tanzania. After just coming back from South Africa and also Egypt. So that's we've been around that whole continent in a circle, zigzag, but somewhat of a circle.
Yes.
And so if anybody asks me about Central Africa, it's above my pay grade. So I'm, I'm fine with these countries. These are countries that we've traveled to over and over, and these are the best feedback. So sometimes people ask about other countries, but these are the ones that work and the ones that people want to go to, and I'm down with what everyone wants to go do. And if the wild card Liberia works, I'll go on that one also. Kobe, that new Liberia itinerary is my wild card itinerary.
I know, yeah.
I'm
If it doesn't work out, we'll get rid of it and do something else. And this is the time for people to connect when they start going into the different countries. Connections are very good.
I mean, it's an important country in history, so you're trying to put effort into making it work.
Right. Because see, he met my part of my Egyptian family. I first went there in 2016. Then I went back 2017. Then I went back 2018. So when Bomani was going with the now cruise, I had to go back. So he met some of my Nubian family, and he'll tell you about that one day. So I'm looking forward to 2026 to go back. This time 1 month.
All right, well, perfect. We can always work that out. Always appreciate you journeying with us. And the last thing I'm gonna show is our YouTube page. So that is the famous YouTube page right there, family. We got nothing but cultural videos for you to enjoy. If you see a video that's not your liking, just click off it and click on something you like. It's a little bit of something there for different people of interest. Museums, historical places, nightlife, shopping, networking, business investment. There's we feel we share a balanced experience. Right. So the last set of videos were the South Africa videos. I started uploading them and I'll keep on uploading them. But these are the last set of playlists that we have right here. South Africa, Egypt, Ghana, Liberia, South Africa. So I still got more videos to upload for the Ghana trip. It's just that much videos. Egypt got about halfway to go. So Ghana about 3/4 of a way. Egypt about halfway and South Africa just got started. So these are just videos after videos that you're loading up. So these are just the playlists, especially from the years of the playlist or the playlist years. I think we have some more down here. 2017, just started really doing the playlist. So this playlist for all of the trips that we've done for the last 8 years. And then in between that, it wasn't any playlist, it was just videos. So when you click on videos, you can scroll all the way down and it's over 4,600 videos. So it literally take you from here all the way back to 2007. And it's this documentation and documentation that we share. Unfortunately, you may see low views. I don't know what they do on YouTube. I just put documentation up, especially for those of us traveling with us to share. If anyone else, or anyone else who have interest, you can always check it out. But it's a lot of videos up, so um, don't mind the views. These are excellent videos that we put a lot of work into and record them professionally in 4K and 8K. And you scroll down past the introduction of the South Africa tour, then you have Akuvi, you missed this one. Everybody will miss this one. It's one of those things we tell people, join me. This may be my last time doing something like this.
Nah.
It's something after I finished the crash landing, I think one video was crash landing. This is the video that shows a crash landing, and I wish I didn't pull my camcorder phone down. I wish I kept it up, but maybe I knocked it off because we landed right into a tree. So that was awesome.
Okay. I was praying for you.
Yeah, absolutely. We just you're a little shake up and you just get back up and you'll say, yeah. But this was this was early in the morning and it's some incredible views. For those who have never seen a hot air balloon ride, or not saying that it's that much of a big deal, but we do canopy walks, we do cable
I
cars.
did that twice, remember?
It's always fun and adventure, we just, especially if, when I'm
Yeah, I went back to
like,
adventure.
you like to,
Canopy.
yeah, just these are the things you enjoy in life. So in scrolling down the canopy walk, more videos of that to come, and then our historical Egypt videos, and you keep on scrolling down. And that's you right there, Akuvia. You're all over the place. You and
You know it.
And that's the person that you're listening to right now, Akuvia, if you don't know if
Yeah,
she,
that's
because
the
she never
young lady.
show her videos.
Romani, for your friend, the sister, the Nubian,
What about her?
part of my family. You met them.
Oh yeah, beautiful people. And then you scroll down, so I just mix the videos in, and that's how I'm gonna be doing, mixing the Ghana, the Egypt, and South African journeys, and then mixing that with Kenya once we get some fresh videos. So family, that is our documentation. Definitely share with folks and check it out, and we'll be on standby. But before we close out, does anyone have any questions? All right, well, perfect. So family, appreciate everyone joining us on another wonderful Journey of a Lifetime conference call. This one took a little time, but I want to say we went through the full overview of all the 3 countries and the visa process. And I've asked over and over if anyone had any questions. So for those who are shy, you can just call, text me later, and yeah, and we can always talk and go through it. But that's the overview on this conference call. So family, appreciate your energy. You take care. Be good. We'll keep in touch. I'll be on standby and I'll work on editing this call and getting it out in a day or two. So family, the journey of a lifetime continues. You take care. Have a great night.
Good night,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, take care.
Bye. All right. All right, come on. We'll
Good
talk
luck with
when we
that one.
talk. All right.
All right, take care.
Hey, Mr.
All
Brown.
right. Okay. Yeah. What are you
Tell
doing?
your wife I said hello.
All right.
We got to continue the Egypt trip.
All right. You take care, everyone.
Okay.
Right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you in Ghana.
Yes, see you.
Okay. See you in Ghana.
All right, take care. Good night.
And Ted.